Alright, let's see if we can solve this one using the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula, up here, you're just going to substitute in values for a, b, and c to get the solutions. So, before I can figure out what a, b, and c are, I need to make sure that it's equal to 0. The quadratic has to equal 0. And once it's equal to 0, the number in front of the x squared is your value for a. The number in front of the x is your value for b. If there's a minus sign, be sure to bring that down with it. So b is actually negative 20. And then my constant is my value for c. Now, instead of doing the whole quadratic formula to start with, it makes more sense to get the value of just the discriminant first, because if there's no solutions, there's no point in doing the rest of it. So I'm going to first decide what b squared minus 4ac gives me. So I'm going to substitute my a, b, and c values in here. Be sure you don't put the 4 here. 4 is your value for a. It goes here. So b is negative 20. When you enter that into your graphing calculator, you should always put parentheses around it with the squared sign on the outside so that your calculator understands that the negative also gets squared. So here's b squared minus 4. A lot of kids keep asking me where this 4 came from. It's always going to be in there. It's part of your formula. It's just part of the quadratic formula. So times a and times c. A is 4, c is 25. And I'm just going to type this into my calculator and get an answer. So I'm doing 20 squared minus, make sure you're using the minus button. I have a whole lot of kids that keep wanting to use the negative button instead of the minus button. It's minus 4 times a and then times c, which is 25. Enter. And it looks like my discriminant has a value of 0. So if my discriminant is 0, the number of solutions is 1. So now I'm going to find the solutions. So I'm going to go ahead and use my negative b plus or minus. The b squared minus 4ac, I've already got an answer for that. It's 0. And it's going to be divided by 2a. So I'm going to go ahead and put my numbers in now. Negative b means whatever value you have for b, you use the opposite sign. So if my b is negative 20, negative b is positive 20. Plus or minus the square root of 0 divided by 2a. My a value is 4. So 2 times 4 means I have an 8 down here. Now the reason when the discriminant is 0 that there's only one solution is when I take the square root of 0, it's 0. I don't have a positive 0 and a negative 0. 0 is just 0. So that's why there's only going to be one solution. So my solution is 20 plus 0 divided by 8. So 20 divided by 8 is 2.5. My answer for x is 2.5.